Hello, this is Ray Davis. I'm with Fast Car Decals, and what we're doing this morning is we're doing a 2018 Jeep Wrangler. We're going to install the outfitter hood stripe, which looks like the factory to knock off. Really looks nice. I've done tons of them, and this one here is a wet install, so you're going to see some wet install techniques. But before we get started, I wanted to show you a couple of things that I do. To make this installation easier, I remove these two gizmos here in the centerpiece, and the centerpiece is pretty straight up, just a ratchet, but the two little round knobs can be tricky. And what I've done is I found out the trick to get them off. This one on the left, you can get your fingers under there and get that lip, but on this side, it's really tight. So what I do is I take a 1/2 inch socket, and underneath, after I remove the trim panel, because this one has one, a lot of them don't. But I'll take that and I'll stick that right underneath that gizmo. Then I'll twist this from the outside, and what that does is that catches those little tabs, and it comes right out. Just a little something that speeds up your time, because if you don't, it's almost impossible to get your fingers in there. But that helps get that one out. That one's pretty easy, but I still use this. Just pop it in there and it pops right out. Take the centerpiece off. I'm going to do that, and I'm going to prep it for the stripes. So then I'll get back with you on that. But that's just one tip for prepping the car, getting it ready, so that it makes it an easy install. I hope that helps. Stay tuned. It's Ray Davis again with Fast Car Decals. I want to take a couple minutes and show you my secret ingredient for doing the wet install. It's, very hush hush. There it is. But I wanted to show you what I do. I usually buy the best bottles available. Hint, hint. And I prefer warm water, but cold water will work just fine. But I'll fill this bottle up, usually about 3/4 of a way. And that's just tap water. Had a gentleman send me a comment, said, do you prefer distilled water? And I guess distilled water would work just fine, but just regular tap water is fine. And I want you to see how much I'm putting in here. It's not much. Oh, that's way too much. That's perfect. That's perfect. That's perfect. I'm going to put the lid back on it. See, as you see, it doesn't take a whole lot. The problem that a lot of folks call me about is they put too much of the Dawn dishwashing liquid, and like I said, I like the blue. Is they put too much, and what happens is it takes longer for that adhesive to set up. It will, but it takes longer. So you just want enough in there. Shake it up. There's plenty in there, and what will happen is when I apply that on the hood and apply it on the stripe, you're going to see I'm able to move it around a little, get it where I want. So next step, we're going to be at the Jeep, and we will install this hood stripe. Okay, we're back now at the Jeep, and what I've done is I've cleaned the hood. I've got it nice and clean. I've actually sprayed a little bit of that water from the squirt bottle on the hood, set the stripe on top. Now I do not want to get the white backing wet. It leaves the paper on the stripe. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to pull that backing off, and I'm going to squirt her down real good and get it good and wet, and then we'll flip it over and line it up.